Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Chef Fran. But first, give me a virtual hug by hitting the subscribe button, and in return, I will give you a new recipe every week. Have you ever heard of a croquis? A croquis, a mix of a croissant and cookies, comes from Paris, France. Let's make this viral sensation. So I just chopped up some pecans I had, and I'm gonna kind of make my own, per se, cookie with nuts. So you just take your croissant, whatever croissant styles you have. If you are using the minis, if you're using the large one, again, you don't want to cut it all the way through. You just want to cut it where it still has a back to it. And that way you can keep it that way, together. It's really easy to do. Just take usually 3 to 4 pieces of your cookie dough. Mine's just rather soft, and I think that's really the best way to do it, to have it soften in your hand and kind of like spread it out to your croissant. I'm actually going to add some nuts into it and just kind of close it. Now you can put a little bit on the top if you like, adding a little nut here and there. We're going to continue on. I'm just going to add a little bit just to the outside here. Some people do the outside, some people do the corners. I am just going to do the outside, no corners, because I find that it tends to fall off. Let's get some nuts here. I'm going to sprinkle some nuts on the outside here. Here's our vitamin content. So take a look now at what our cookie dough and croissant looks like, and it's going in my air fryer unbaked, not air fry. And I'm gonna put it for 5 minutes, just based on experience of doing this before, even though it says 11 to 12 minutes, but that's if you're using a conventional oven. And here are a list of ingredients. Here we have our resident taste test in Gio, and we are going to taste our croquis. So while he's tasting that, to let you know his review, I want to show you how ooey and gooey inside of this looks. You see the pecans, you see the melted chocolate chips. Oh, I can't wait to take, and then the croissant is so flaky on the bottom of this. Let's see if I can let you hear it. That's that flakiness. So a lot of people tend to put powdered sugar on top of this. I am not going to do so because, it already has a nice little sweetness to it. So we're just going to go with this. And we're having some vanilla iced latte paired with it. Go ahead. You tell me what your thoughts are.
The flakiness from the croissant goes real nice with the pecans. It's like a nice little crunch with a tinier, smaller crunch from the pecans. And the flavor from the nuts also balances it out, so it's not as sweet as you think it would be. So overall, it goes well together.
So good. So I found some Cinnamon Toast Crunch cookie dough, and so I wanted to try that with, I'm using some mini croissants. So let's cut up our little mini croissants. This should be definitely fun, but hopefully tasty. We take one cookie dough, and I think one cookie dough is gonna be more than enough to kind of like spread out here. And I'm gonna keep the tradition of how they do it in Paris and put a little bit on the outside of the cookie dough right here. I'm not gonna do the corners, I'm just gonna do it this way. Just cut the last one. Again, just kind of like get your dough to be a little softened. It makes it a lot easier. And just putting a little bit on the outside of the dome along that line in the middle. I'm gonna put it in my air fryer, but I'm not using the air fry mode, I'm using the bake mode. And I find that 5 minutes is really enough time for this. Here's our vitamin content. So actually, I'm going to correct myself. Because they're minis, I'm actually going to do this for 4 minutes and not 5 minutes, because I like it to be a little lighter. Now, if you want it to be a little darker, then I would suggest going to 5 minutes. If you use the larger ones, definitely you want to do, if you're using an air fryer on the bake mode like mine, you want to do it, depending again on the preference of your color, I would say 5 to 7 minutes. 3 in here, another 3 in here.
And here are a list of ingredients.
Okay, so I'm just putting just a tiny bit of powdered sugar, just for the little aesthetics, as they tend to do with the other ones that we've seen. All right, so here we have, Gio, our Cinnamon Toast Crunch completed. I'm gonna take one right here. You grab one?
Take this.
Whichever, it doesn't matter. So Gio is our resident taste tester, and he is going to take us into what it tastes like. This is a new flavor. We're having fun, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is actually one of my favorite cereals, so I enjoy this one a lot. It tastes sort of like a cinnamon roll with the crunchiness from the croissant with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor. So overall, it's pretty good.
This is absolutely sensational, delicious. Chef kiss. Mwah. This is the Parisian viral Crookie. The croissant having a baby mixed with cookie dough. Usually it's chocolate chip cookie dough, but we're adding a little fun element to it with some mini M&M with chocolate chip cookie dough. So I have some mini and some 2 regular and 4 minis here, because I want to just mix things up. And you just want to take your croissant and just cut it, just, you know, lengthwise. Make sure you don't cut the back, that it stays together whole, because you're going to stuff your cookie dough in here. And so I'm just putting this in here and I'm just squishing it inside. Let's do another one. So it's about 2 little cookies. We'll fill one up for you. I don't want to lose my M&Ms. And I just kind of like squish it a little bit more in my hands, besides it being soft. And here we go. As you can see, might need a little bit more right here to do the ending. Okay. Now, the traditional Crookie has some cookie dough on the corners and on the top. I think I'm just gonna put a little bit just on the top, but I'm not gonna put any in the corners because I just wanna be able to see the pretty M&M colors, so I'll put some on the top.
Here's our vitamin content.
I'm gonna place a large one and 2 little minis around them. I'm gonna do it for 5 minutes. I'm gonna check it at 4, and it'll probably be 5. So here are what they look like going in. Pretty.
And here are a list of ingredients.
And so here are our Crookies. Okay, G, so we have our fun Crookies with mini M&M chocolate chips. So take yourself one. And so G, our resident taste tester, is here, and he's gonna taste this delicious Crookie.
No, I like M&Ms a lot, so I really like this. I think with the chocolate chips, the M&Ms, and the croissant, they all blend together nice.
This is so ooey and gooey. If you love ooey and gooey cookies, you're definitely gonna love this. You can hear that crunch from the flakiness. This is amazing. If you have a sweet tooth, you love cookie dough, you love croissant, definitely try this marriage together. You will not be disappointed. Whether you try with the mini chocolate chip, if you love candy, you know, M&Ms, or you try another version or just the classic chocolate chip cookie dough, whether you make it yourself or pre-made, you will be totally satisfied. Thank you for hanging out with Gio and I today and eating this viral cookie Crookie with us. And we ask you to come back and hang out with us again in our next video. And most of all, be good to yourself and God bless you.